Hey everybody, Chicago Charlie, and I'm bringing you a deck profile. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I guess it was due. With the new hero stuff coming out soon, I wanted to show you guys the build I plan on using if I do plan on running this deck. I'm not 100% sure on it, and of course, testing in real life is better than testing online. So once everything comes out, there will be changes made to the deck, but here's like a rough draft of what I have so far. I'm running one BLS because, as you can see, lights and darks are pretty prevalent. Well, at least darks are, and the extra deck has a lot of lights, so enough lights to warrant running a BLS. And he just turns games around. It's really the most broken card in the game, and that's legal, and people don't really see it. 3 Alias, because this dude is really good, 1900 beater, Gemini Spark target. Not much more you can say. When you Miracle Fusion for Shining, and then you get this back, it's really good too. 2 Fire and Ice hands. I'm not running 3 and 3 because I didn't want it to clog. I didn't want to open up with 2 hands of any color. I'd rather just have one of one color and just be happy with that. So I'm only running 2. Honest, because any deck I run with BLS, I have to use Honest because it's too fucking broken. Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. For those who don't know what this does, if this card is special summon, you can add 1 change quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 hero monster from your deck to your hand. This is really like one of the best cards in the deck now, because he's like the new Stratos, kinda, but a little bit worse, but he's still really, really good, because he makes, Escarado, or Escarado, I don't know how to pronounce it, and, the Elemental Hero contrast. But, I'm also running Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is really good because, let's say you have a dead E-Call in hand, or, well, E-Call's never really dead, but let's say you have an E-Call in hand, and or a dead Soul Charge in hand, or an MST, or something that you don't need in hand. You can pitch it with Summoner Monk, get Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, and then search for a Mass Change card, and then you can, make an Exceed play into Honor Arc, Rhapsody, whatever, a Dweller, whatever, and when you detach, you get the effect to search. So, it's really good. I'm only running 1, Bubble Man, because I really don't like this card as much as a lot of people do. A lot of times when I have Bubble Man, I have 2 Bubble Man in hand, and a bunch of other monsters, and I just wanted to run 1. I didn't want to open up with this card. I want it to be where I have no cards in hand or on my field, and I get an E-Call, search for Bubble Man, special him, and draw 2. I want more of those type of situations to happen, so I'm not running more than 1 Bubble Man. 2 Maxis, because the way the format is, I think you need to run Maxis, and of course I'd side 1, depending on how I'm feeling that day. And 3 E-Calls. You have to, because Stratos is gone, and 1 Rhoda, just because it's Rhoda. Search as a warrior, why not? It means you're running 4 E-Calls, basically. 3 Miracle Fusion, there's no reason to explain this, it makes all the fusion plays. 3 Soul Charge, really good. Even if it's dead, you can just ditch it with the Summoner Monk, and get your Shadow Mist or whatever. 2 MSTs. I'm thinking about cutting these for something else. I don't know what. I haven't decided. If I did, it would probably be a Maxi and another Bubble Man. Honestly, I'm not sure. There's no other heroes that I think I would want to run since Stratos is gone. And this deck already has a lot of destruction with the Ice Hands and Fire Hands and the Gemini Sparks. I feel like MST isn't as needed as as it is, but it's an MST, so you can't really go wrong with it. Book of Moon, 1 Book of Moon, because that's all you can run. I wish you could run more. 3 Mass Change, because this is a Mass Hero deck, and even if it's dead, you can always pitch it with Summoner Monk, or set it as a bluff or whatever. 2 Gemini Sparks. I wanted to run 3, but then I thought the Gemini Sparks would get cloggy, and I would feel like if I ran more than 2, then I would have a Gemini Spark without the alias, and nobody wants that. But again, even it wouldn't be as bad as it normally would be, since Summoner Monk's in the deck and he can pitch dead spells. The only traps I run are, I only run 5 traps, because I don't feel like this deck really needs them, because there's so much destruction. Bottomless, Torrential, Compulse, and Warning, and a Blackhorn. And into the extra deck, 1 Contrast, Hero Chaos. This is a really good card. It takes 2 Mass Fusion monsters, must be fusion summoned, and cannot be special summoned any other ways. While face up on the field, this card is also a light attribute. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target 1 face up card on the field, negate that face up card's effect until the end of the turn. Really good effect. It's a quick effect as well. So you can do it during damage step. It's really good. It's kind of like Felbrand, but not as good, since, well, it's a fusion monster, so you can Miracle Fusion it, which is really good, and he can run over Felbrand, so he's good. Nova Master, just because I run the Fire Hand, and they're really easy to get engraved if you have ice or fire or whatever. 1 Vapor, just for the mass change on Absolute Zero, but I'm really thinking about cutting this. I'm not sure yet. Shiny, self-explanatory. You gotta run them. Mass Hero Acid for the mass change on Ab-Zero. Escurito, just so that I can go into Dark Law. And Ab-Zero, you can't run a hero deck without Ab-Zero. Dude's fucking disgustingly broken. Koga, Dark Law. Dark Law is really good. Any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead, so he's a banisher of Radiance, basically, just for your opponent. Once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from their main deck to their hand, except during the draw phase, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand. So, let's say you're going against Bujins, and your opponent has nothing on his side of the field, and he fucking top decks Tinky. This dude solves that problem. It's a really good card. You chain your mass change to the fucking Tinky, and when they add, you banish it. It's really good. Must be fusion, Gaia, just for Earth. I'm really thinking about cutting this too, because the only Earth I run is Max C, and this isn't too good. I could fit another Xyz monster in this place. Honor Arc, Exciton Knight, Dweller, Rhapsody, and Lavolval Chain. I really like Rhapsody. Rhapsody is a really underrated card. More people should run it. And Lavolval Chain, of course, just let's say you want to make your Miracle Fusion more alive. You pitch your Shadow Mist, or you can top deck a Bubble Man, or you can top deck a Summoner Monk, whatever. Top deck BLS, set up your plays for next turn. It's really good. Alright, that was my hero deck profile. Like, comment, rate, and subscribe.